Guys, welcome to the channel. We have been on a break, as has been the IPL schedule, release, and everything as well. But today we are not here to talk about the IPL. Today we are here to salute one of the greatest Test cricket players in India, the best captain Indian cricket team ever saw in Test match cricket. The not the best batsman, I would say, of this generation. A lot of people would debate with me and say that it was Shuman Gill, but let's move forward and uh, and let's start. I want to know your views. Firstly, we know that Kohli has retired today, but more than that, let's try to decode the reason behind that. Firstly, I remember that Kohli had told in a press conference or something that he's not that kind of a person who would stick around if he does not have the passion as much as he did while in his prime. So clearly, I think if he's retired at the age of 36 from Test match cricket, then there is something inside him that has told him that, you know what, it doesn't feel the same anymore and I need to retire. So now what are the reasons for that? Let's go one by one. Let's start with Rehan.
It has something to do with the management and the BCCI for sure.
Correct.
Definitely, there is passion that is still there. It is very much evident in the cricket that he is playing in the IPL. I do not know why he has suddenly announced his retirement. Uh, it can be debatable, but Rohit and Kohli back to back making these decisions has to do with the fact that it was pre-planned a long time ago. uh, it is just that the new WTC cycle is going to come up, and they are
Correct.
looking at younger players who will take the legacy forward. Having said that, the team is still unsettled, is what I think. With no senior player apart from Jadeja being in the side, it brings up a huge problem in the squad. We'll come to that later, but this has something to do with the management, nothing from Kohli's side.
Kushagra, given his recent failures in the on the Australia tour, in the first match he was able to score a century, but that too came in the second innings when Yashasvi Jaiswal and KL Rahul had laid a platform and they were almost in a position where we knew that India would not lose. So I think Kohli century was not a typical Kohli knock, but after that he saw successive failures. What do you decode of that?
So, I mean, it was no surprise for us that he was struggling with the ball outside off. Maybe that was the reason that he chose not to play this England series and eventually retire. Because if he cannot contribute in an entire series, then it makes sense for him to retire. But also, I believe that uh, there is an involvement of the BCCI and the team management as well in this. Because I was just watching Star Sports this evening, and his childhood coach or someone from his coaching team, he mentioned that he wanted to play this England series and he was planning to play two India A games, and he
Correct. Yeah.
wanted to score 4 to 5 centuries in this series or so.
Yes.
And I don't think it is pre-planned. अगर वो pre-planned होता तो फिर वो पहले ही announce कर देता after his Australia tour. He would not have waited till May end to announce his retirement. But maybe outside of के जो struggles थे and he was not able to contribute the way he used to earlier. Maybe that is the reason why he chose to retire. Uh, and it is sad कि जो टेस्ट फॉर्मेट उसको सबसे ज्यादा पसंद था उसमें उसने रिटायरमेंट अनाउंस कर दी. So yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Krishna, I we've heard some reports saying that Kohli did throw in his hat for the captaincy race, and he was not allowed to be the captain because Bumrah was not fit to play all five Test matches. Obviously, we have heard that he is not going to be the captain anymore, but Kohli was not allowed to be the captain. Also, as these two members rightly mentioned, that a lot of reports said that obviously Rohit, given his struggles in the entire tour, was obviously not going to be picked as the captain. Also, he was not the first choice opener. So, do you think there was some kind of doubt in Kohli's mind that they're not even letting me be the captain? I want to guide the team. I what do you think? What are the kind of BCCI politics or anything that he could have faced?
I'm not sure about the politics, but there were many reports stating that that some senior player had put his hat in for captaincy. That Mr. Fix-It part before the Sydney match when Rohit was dropped, and a lot of people thought that was Virat. And I think that's how the timeline went as well. I think Rohit decided to. I mean, Rohit was also kind of pushed out clearly because Rohit had
Yeah.
planned fully to play the England series. He gave an interview with Michael Clark and many other places. So once Kohli figured that Rohit is going to go, he thought that let me be the captain. And for some reasons, I think the BCCI decided to go for a younger face. Of course, Shubman Gill is touted as the new one, but that's not someone I agree with. But that's an argument for another day. But yeah, if Kohli felt disrespected by the BCCI, and rightly so, I think that's disrespect in both ways, because I think Kohli did undermine Rohit a little bit during the Australia series if he was the Mr. Fix-It. But if you're putting your faith in someone like a Shubman Gill over Virat Kohli, who's not been tested, whose place in the side itself is not cemented. He's averaging in the 20s in the Sena countries. So I think that would have pricked Kohli a lot. And I feel Kohli played a couple of Ranji games as well after or before the Australia series. He was also planning to play the England series. It's not like he decided I will hang my boots after the Australia series. So I think, yeah, there has been some politics that has hastened his decision, but it's sad to see someone of his caliber retire, and I'm sure there are many more good years left in him, for Test cricket at least.
Uh, what should I call you? PKMKB or Dr. Aditya Mehta? Like
You
Pakistan.
can call me either. My sentiments are displayed on the screen, but you can call me Aditya.
Aditya, do you think that just in the manner in which India uh, got into Pakistan and conducted Operation Sindoor, do you think Virat could have conducted such a similar operation, Operation Sindoor in England, and retired on a high?
I mean, Virat has always conducted these kind of operations against Pakistan in various matches. So he conducts his version of Operation Sindoor quite regularly with Babar Azam. I think the England series could have been a great way to end his Test career. And secondly, I think it all started when he liked Avneet Kaur's post. So who knows? Maybe the downfall started there.
So, like, if I were to put my thoughts into this, I would say that when Kohli was the captain, the middle order looked something like this. It was Pujara at three, there was Kohli at four, Rahane at five, Vridhiman Saha Pant at six, and Rohit was opener. There was Ishant Sharma around, there was Umesh Yadav around, there was Jadeja around. So now, when Kohli gave up captaincy, Rohit took up captaincy. Quite a few number of players were still there, but in the last 3 months, you saw Ashwin getting retired midway through the Australia series. You saw Rohit retire. Obviously, Pujara and Rahane have not been around since a long time now. So you see his why? What are the reasons behind Rahane and Pujara getting dropped? They were not scoring runs. Correct. They were given a quite a long rope to score runs, but if they are not able to score runs, they were dropped. Kohli saw that happening with him. He was given a long rope for 3 years. He did not score runs. Let's be honest. Starting from the 2021 England tour, it was a downfall for him. Apart from a couple of innings in South Africa where he was looking like his old self, but obviously that's not something that you define your 3 years by. So he thought that Rohit was dropped because he did not perform. In my captaincy, I had to drop two people because they were not scoring runs. So my if I do not perform in this England series, my time would just be round the corner and I can get dropped. And given the legacy that I have in this format, it is better for me to retire on a high rather than going out on a low.
I think still this is more to do with the external factors, the BCCI and the management. I don't believe it is much of his personal choice. BCCI would have made sure that he knows that he is not a part of the plans that are going to happen in the next WTC cycle, because
Correct.
I still think he is the fittest cricketer out there. If he can compete and score runs that he's doing in the IPL, see, it's a different format completely. But that hunger is always there within him,
Correct.
and it's a horrible time for him to retire. Actually, if I'm being very frank,
Yep.
because your middle order is not in place. You don't know who your openers are, and you don't have a proper succession plan. So I
So
don't
I
know
think
how
it is
it's
safe
going to
to say
happen.
that the Indian cricket team is in a similar state as that of Chennai Super Kings. They don't know who their openers are, neither do they have any idea about their middle order. But see, even if it is a personal decision of Virat Kohli, I think he has made the right choice because he knew that he's not able to contribute in a way that he used to, and it is good to sort of retire before you are dropped, unlike someone from Ranchi who has won a
See, he
World Cup,
has
a Champions
almost
Trophy under
been
twenty.
See, let's not
in
go
a
there.
drought
Let's
since last 5 years, 2020 to 2025 almost. So
correct.
he wasn't scoring runs for last 5 years, and that is the one of the reasons why BCCI has made sure that he knows that he is not a part of the next setup.
So let's now shift the topic towards the legacy that he leaves behind in Test cricket, rather than debating over why he left. Why has not MS Dhoni left yet? But let's open the floor for the question. What lies next for India in Test cricket? But before we answer that, let's just give some kind of a tribute to the career that he has had. Right, Krishna. Let's start with you.
Sure, I think he is undoubtedly one of the top five test greatest test Indian batsmen ever. I think he has ushered that and probably right up there as a captain in the
Yep.
annals of Indian history. His record in India was unbeatable, unmatchable. We looked impregnable at home, something that
Correct.
the future captains didn't look, and the past captains didn't look either. I think he had so many high points in, I think the India Australia series in 2017, where we won 2-1, was one of the highlights of his home captaincy career. Of course, the 2018 series in Australia, first time we won there in history, was something great as well. That's totally under his captaincy. The team identified with his personality. They were aggressive, they were fast. So I think he has a huge legacy in Indian cricket, and he deserves a lot of respect. And he has been a torchbearer for Test cricket at a time when everyone was looking out for T20 and quick
Yes.
fixes. So I think Test cricket owes a lot to Virat Kohli, and India owes a lot of gratitude to Virat Kohli.
I remember distinctly when I think India had tied 2-1, sorry, lead the series 2-1 in England, and Shane Warne had said that until Virat Kohli is around, long live Test cricket. So coming from him, one of the best spinners, the best spinner, sorry. So uh, I think a few lows were also there during his captaincy, but I think the best record that he could have shown on his CV was the unbeaten home streak, which Rohit ultimately decided to term as 12 साल में एक बार तो चलता है.
Sadly, we witnessed that in person, Naman.
We all four of us were there, right?
Oh, all
Right.
four of us. Sad stuff that. But yeah, I think he made us impregnable at home with help of the curators, with help of Ashwin Jadeja. It is an era of Indian cricket that has just ended abruptly and not by their own volition. There's clearly some politics behind both Rohit and Kohli going out.
So, Aditya, if I were to ask you one question, if, for example, tomorrow, instead of a war, India decides to play a three-match test series between India and Pakistan at a neutral venue in Dubai instead of a war, and it's supposedly decisive, and the winner of the test series will be the winner of the war. So, do you think Virat Kohli will come out of retirement just for another Operation Sindoor?
100%. I think Virat Kohli will definitely come out of retirement for his country. See, I mean, the match might be in Dubai, hosted by Pakistan, but in the end, whenever a event is hosted by Pakistan and the match is kept in Dubai, India always wins. I mean, you saw it in Champions Trophy as well. You had Jay Shah giving the trophy and not some official from the PCB. तो ये ठीक रहेगा देने को ट्रॉफी मोदी जय शाह अमित शाह सब पूरा गठबंधन होएगा परिवार का ऐसा
Kush, let's talk about the greatest achievement overseas. 2018-19 Border Gavaskar Trophy. India won a series, a test series in Australia for the very first time. I think it was after 71 or 75 odd years. And post that, when we went back again to the shores of Australia, Kohli decided to leave captaincy midway through the series. After that, 36 all out and go back. After that, we won the match, we won the series. And I think everyone said that despite Virat Kohli not being there, his character in the last 5 years had rubbed off over the team. And we saw that in the performance and what kind of legacy he'll leave behind. You see youngsters like Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, Rishabh Pant, Jasprit Bumrah even for that matter, all are trained under Virat Kohli and all have seen his hunger for runs, his hunger for the to play for the country. What do you think? What is the future for the Indian cricket team in the short course?
Well, the future looks bright, to be honest, barring a few players here and there. For now, I think what they need to focus on is have a settled middle order, find the right combination as early as possible, because you don't want to lose a series at the start of the new Test championship cycle. You want to have a settled bowling order as well, bowling lineup, and you probably won't see Jasprit Bumrah playing all the 5 matches. So keeping in mind, you need to have the right players who you know, have the right amount of fitness as well to go on for 5 tests. So future ऐसा देखा जाए तो bright लग रहा है, but देखना पड़ेगा कि how the youngsters come through in the series in England. It'll be testing for them as well. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में वो लोग खेले, वहां पे बाउंस ज्यादा होता है, यहाँ पे स्विंग ज्यादा होता है. So it'll be interesting to see how they tackle the red ball and try and win a series in England with your
So
two experienced players not being there.
so we just heard that the reason for Virat's retirement has just been announced. So when ECB had sent their squad last year to India to play in India, Virat Kohli was not present in India. And this year as well, when Virat had to play against England, he's not playing against England. So that means that he's looking for a permanent residency in England and he wants to make a comeback 3 years later when in 2028 England will send their team again to India. And at that time, I think his mindset would be to represent England and win a series in India against BCCI and show them their true value and win the series 5-0 for that matter. I think that's what Virat has put up on his Instagram story. So, guys, I think apart from that, do you want to say anything for Virat against him? Anything? I don't think we have anything to say against him, but the floor is open. कुछ नहीं है तो आई थिंक लेट्स सम इट अप रेहान कुशाग्र कृष्णा आदित्य वन वर्ड फॉर कोहलीज रिटायरमेंट और कोहलीज लेगेसी whatever you want to say.
King.
Kush,
Legend.
Rehan,
Career goated, retirement not so goated.
PKM की भी.
aggression but the right amount of aggression
एक
Mine
और
would
वर्ड है
be
PKMK for Virat's legacy.
yes वो तो
um,
permanent है भाई
so mine would be skipper. And let's end the video on that note. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Krishna, for coming in for the first time. And what a landmark occasion, man. So, guys, thank you for watching. We'll be back soon with any updates over the IPL schedule or anything. Until then, subscribe to our channel and keep watching. Bye.